Pitaka cases for the iPhone 17 Pro Max up next. So I've taken a look at Pitaka cases before in the past for previous iPhone release seasons, and they've quickly become a mainstay, mostly because their cases are really built really well. They're made of really lightweight materials, and quite honestly, they look pretty cool. And I'd like to thank the fine folks over at Pitaka for sending these cases over review, and I am really anxious to see how they look and fit on the phone, so let's dive right into it. So this is the package Pitaka sent over. I have not taken a look at it. As you can see, it is still sealed with that kind of zipper there. So these cases will be as much a surprise to me as they are to you. So let's see what they sent over. They sent over a few things. So we have a magnetic woven wallet. Looks to be kind of like the Aramid fiber look there. That's cool. I like that design. Oh, and a matching case I can see underneath before I even pull it out. And then we have a MagSafe ring holder. That's really cool. And I guess they're calling it sunset. It says sunset there, so this pattern is probably sunset. Then we have the ultra slim case for the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Again, woven from Aramid fiber, aerospace grade material. And the second case is the Aramid ProGuard case. And this one is really cool. It's in black. It looks like it has a covered camera control button. Cool cases. So this is everything Pitaka sent over. A Aramid ProGuard case, ultra slim case. I believe this pattern is called Sunset. Magnetic woven wallet case, and a MagSafe phone ring holder. So let's go and take a look at the Aramid ProGuard case first. And let's set this aside because these look like they should coordinate. So we'll probably spend a bit more time on these. So here is the Pitaka Aramid ProGuard case with ultra thin camera control button, multi-direction drop protection, impact absorbing technology, MagSafe compatible, woven from Aramid fiber, aerospace grade material. And this is in black gray. And I am a fan of that color combination. Aramid ProGuard case for iPhone 17 Pro Max in black gray. So let's go and open this up. Very cool packaging. It is like a regular box with the open tab, but I think they got magnets in there. That's kind of cool. I'm a sucker for good packaging, so excuse like the geekiness. And here's the case. Aramid fiber, black and gray on the back. The material feels like a black TPU. Inside is a nice kind of microfiber material to keep your phone free of abrasions and keep that finish nice, clean, and safe, especially if you have one of the color phones. I happen to have the silver because I was playing it safe this year. As you can see, there is a MagSafe ring there, and it says Mag Ease Case Pro 5, black and gray, designed by Pitaka. Let's go ahead and put the phone in there. Adds minimal bulk. This will definitely protect your phone from water drops. There is extra material on the corners, if you can see there. Nice, generous camera plateau bezel to keep those lenses safe if you place your phone on its back. I really do like this texture, and the corners are raised here to keep this back Aramid fiber off of any surface to protect that too, as well as the phones. So this one is definitely, even though you have that big camera plateau, this will probably sit pretty flat. See, no rocking on there. So minimal branding. That Pitaka is pretty large, but it is also in black on black, and it's stamped on this, the bumper around here. That's a good placement for it. I like it that it's there and not on here stamped somewhere. So thank you for Pitaka for keeping that branding minimal and not putting it in our face like some other companies do. again, I do like the shape of this. You can see there's extra material on the corners to protect you from camera drops. And the corners are raised. So although there is not a lip, well, there's a minimal lip on the sides and on the top and bottom, but there is a generous lip on the corners. So your phone and the screen will be well protected when you place it face down like that. I like that. That's an inventive solution for that. Raising the corners so that you have a nice generous lip to protect that screen. Buttons are clicky, yes. Go ahead. And the covered camera control button, and let's see how that works. And yeah, you can still use that capacitive button, no problems at all. I like that. I like the covered buttons. And so there's just a thin material there so you can still interact with that. Then openings for ports and speakers. Overall, I like this case. I like the protection it's going to provide. I like the feel in hand. I like the materials they used. The design I think is on point. And this is my vibe. This case is my vibe. I think that looks really nice. That's a nice looking case. So that is the Aramid ProGuard case from Pitaka. Let's take a look at the next one. Next up, we have the Ultra Slim case from Pitaka. So this one's going to be really minimal. As you can see, it is slim and lightweight, 22.4 grams with a thickness of 1 millimeter. It has an Aramid fiber full wrap camera control button. As you can see, it says Pitaka. MagSafe compatible, again woven from Aramid fiber, aerospace grade material. And yes, Sunset is the name of this pattern, and they have many different ones available. This one's Sunset, and I do like this one. I like the warm, earthy colors of it. Same packaging, and there is that case, along with some literature, and they also have a spacer installation. Oh, so the spacer installation guide says use only when Pitaka, which is the covered camera control button, when it's unresponsive to light taps. So this probably fills in the gap so that the camera control button can be read, and when you're using it, the capacitive button. So there is the case itself. There's also, so there is some adhesive if you want to use it, and this looks to be an extra camera control spacer sticker. So these say, I don't know if you can read that, it says use the sticker to improve the fit of the case if necessary. So if your case is a little loose fitting or if it rocks in there, use those stickers. And again, an extra capacitive camera button. Let's see if we'll need those. So here's the case itself, a nice Aramid fiber shell. Very lightweight, I have to say. This is gonna feel like you don't have a case on the phone. You can see the buttons are open, as well as the USB-C port, and MagSafe compatible, obviously, and yep, Sunset. So fit this on the phone. So my fit seems to be right on. I don't feel any looseness in there. Feels like it's solid, and that's a good looking case. I do like that pattern. And they give you a good, generous camera plateau bezel, and that looks to be in gold. That is really a nice color coordination to keep your lenses safe. You have the openings for ports and speakers there. You have access to all your buttons. They're all open. Again, this is a thin case so that it feels like you don't have a case on your phone. So those buttons are open. So if you're worried about protected buttons, you might want to have a second thought about this case, but I don't mind that at all. I got the silver, don't have to worry about any color coming off, and I do like the tactile feel of just the bare buttons. And you got the side button. Pitaka branding on the side. I don't mind that. You know why? Because it is color coordinated with the rest of the case. It's almost camouflaged in there. And I like that they made it in that color, actually. If you're gonna put branding, that's the way to do branding. Don't splash it on the back really large. And here's that covered camera control button. Let's see if we can use that. Let's open up the camera. And you know, that works fine. that works fine. I don't need that spacer sticker or whatever it is they provided, but if you find you need it, then you can use it. For me, it's working fine out the box. And I do like that that camera button is covered. So I will say too about this, I can already feel it. You're not going to get much of a lip on there. As you can see, it is even with my screen protector. So actually, my screen protector is probably protruding a little bit, so no lip. So if you're worried about that screen, don't place your phone on a screen. But again, this is a lightweight minimal case, and it feels really good in the hand because it really doesn't really add any bulk, and it doesn't feel like there's a case around this phone, although I know there's a case around this phone. So this case will protect your phone from abrasions and scratches. I really like these earthy tones they used on this. I like the gold bezel. I like the way this case looks. I like how it's lightweight, doesn't add any bulk. It feels like I'm almost holding a bare phone, although I do have the protection. So that is a nice case from Pitaka. Let's go and take a look at the two accessories they sent over. The first is the magnetic woven wallet, which should go really well with that pattern. And there is the magnetic woven wallet from Pitaka. And I really do like that they have the coordinating pattern with this on the back there. They have some minimal branding there. It says Pitaka there, stamped in that leather. And you can see there is a MagSafe ring in the alignment magnet, very reminiscent of the Apple MagSafe wallet. And I do have one here. This is the Apple fine woven MagSafe wallet in black, very similar design. Slot opening to remove your cards. So these wallets would probably be pretty interchangeable. You can use this one on this case, or you could use it here if you wanted to. That actually looks pretty good on that black. But let's remove that since this isn't a Apple wallet review. But yeah, works similarly. You could probably fit 3 cards in there. I actually have a couple kind of dummy cards here. 1, 2, and yeah, looks like there's space to fit a 3rd there. So this probably could accommodate 3 cards. But right now I have 2, and they're in there. They're in there pretty good. They're not coming out. So that's a nice wallet. Then to remove the cards, you just have the slot in the back. You just push them up, and there are your cards. So that is a nice MagSafe wallet. Again, coordinates really well on that, on the back of that Aramid fiber case. I think that's a good looking package there. Case with the wallet, coordinating pattern. That's cool. Again, I really like the earthy tones on here. And if you don't have a need for a wallet, you could attach this MagSafe phone ring holder. So for those of you who like to use pop sockets, you can probably also use this as a stand. It says there, support landscape and portrait modes. It's a MagSafe phone ring holder, and it has that same kind of sunset pattern on it, looks like. Strong magnets. You're going to want that. The MagSafe phone ring holder with a foldable design enables your device to stand stably in either landscape or portrait mode. And this, again, Pitaka. Scan to check how to use. And there is the MagSafe phone ring holder from Pitaka. And again, in that nice sunset pattern, and that attaches pretty sturdily to that phone. See, that's pretty strong. That's not going anywhere. And so you can use this as a ring. So if the phone is, too big for your hands, and this is the Pro Max, so you might need it, you can hold your phone stably on there and rotate it as you need it. So use it freely. What I would probably be using this for, though, is the stand capability. So you can pull that out, actually pull that out like that. So you have a landscape mode for your phone stand. It says you can also use it in portrait. So you probably just move this over, stick this one out, and there you have it. Portrait mode stand for your phone. Pretty convenient to have that. And again, it's MagSafe, so you can just pull it off. And this will also work with the black ProGuard Aramid case as well. Actually, it looks kind of cool to have that little touch of color there if you're using with the black. So these are the two Pitaka cases I took a look at in this video. First we saw the ProGuard case in Aramid fiber, and then we had the ultra slim case also in Aramid fiber. And they included two accessories from Pitaka, and this one is the MagSafe phone ring holder, which actually looks cool and works pretty well, and the MagSafe wallet with the Aramid fiber pattern on there to match the ultra slim case with the same pattern. So no matter what type of case you're looking for, I think Pitaka probably has you covered. You have extra protection with this ProGuard case and a much lighter case with the ultra slim case, and both I think look great on the new iPhone 17 Pro Maxes, and I really do like these cases from Pitaka. So let me know what you guys think. Do you like Pitaka cases? What do you think about these patterns and these accessories? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below, or if you have any other favorite cases that maybe you'd like me to take a look at, please give me those suggestions in the comments as well. And if you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please consider subscribing and tapping the bell to get notified when I post new content. And that'll wrap it up for this one. So until the next one, please take care and be safe out there.